What's up, squad? Going for a little free flow action here. Just gonna let it kind of rip and see what comes through as I ramble about. Here I'm talking about karma. What exactly am I talking about when I speak of karma? Some would call it the law of cause and effect. You know, for more of the Western peoples, more of the people that I grew up around, they wouldn't let their conscience go to that area of karma immediately because that is more on the woo-woo end of the spectrum. Now, why is it woo-woo? Well, we are in a Judeo-Christian society where Eastern ideas have been quietly pushed out of the scene to make a certain narrative come to the forefront of what we believe. And that's perfectly fine. No one is the captor of your psyche. You're actually free to explore new ideas, and even without trying, you do. You could call this your subconscious mind. Now, why don't we go into our subconscious mind? We don't go into our subconscious mind. Maybe for repression. Maybe for comfort. You know, there's dark feelings there, you know. Jung calls it the shadow self. That is a lot of universities teach Carl Jung. And he speaks of the shadow self as, you know, this darker force within every single one of us. No matter if you believe to be the most purest being, which I'm sure you are, inevitably you are in the collective mind of humanity. You being in the collective mind, that's kind of where the forces lie. That's where these other things, these alternative ideas stem from. Anyway, back to karma. So the law of cause and effect, if you want to say that, or the law of polarity maybe in the Kabbalistic teachings, the Hermetic wisdom. You know, does everything happen for a reason is maybe the question we can ask. It's something I'm very curious about. I don't know. I don't know if everything happens for a reason. I don't know if reality is perfect. And you might be screaming at the phone right now, Cole, reality is not perfect. Do you see the babies in Gaza? Do you see the war in Ukraine? Do you see X, Y, Z? Fuck it, I use Z just because I don't normally. But we don't have the scope of God. We don't have the full scope. We don't know exactly what will happen to us when we die. Some of us believe black. That's it, lights out. Is that what you believe? What do you think happens when it all shuts down? I think it's an important question. And if anything else that I can provide is the questions, because this is what excites me, and I'm sorry if it doesn't excite you. You don't have to watch. You can keep going. But I'm here to entertain those questions. Where do we go? What else would I like to cover? Well, I'd like to start getting into this media thing a little more, because I've consumed enough of it, and I'm sure you've probably consumed enough of it, and I encourage you to start to put your ideas out there and create a channel, because this is a channel. This being that I'm in, right? The Cole here is a channel for everything. Crazy, I know. I'm okay with that. Yeah. You guys have a great day. Bless up. I'll be posting more of my thoughts here. I really enjoy doing it. I write like crazy, and I see what comes from that, Continue to study these philosophical ideas, these spiritual ideas, because we don't want to get caught. We don't want to get caught in a life that we don't want to live. We want to be able to reshape our future into something that is not, it's not necessarily our fate. It's our, it's something that we can recreate in every moment, and we can become clearer and more of a channel for big ideas and for a beautiful new world, because that's what we're going for. We're not going for doom and gloom. We see it all over. We see the doom and gloom on all the major news networks. We even see it on, as much as I love Joe Rogan's podcast, we see the nihilism that stems from getting caught into that matrix of negative thinking, you could say. I mean, I have it. I do it all the time. I get fired up on vaccines and fucking a whole lot of shit going on, the way our tax money's spent, everything. But that's not always helpful. It's not always. It is to think about. It is to, can we reform it? Can we get into different kinds of currency? What would that look like? A lot of us are one-dimensional in the fact that we think that, the numbers in our bank account is our safety. It's our safety net. And I encourage you to think beyond that. That's not necessarily going to save you in any way. It could. It could get you, maybe it could get you a house, right? Maybe someone else who's playing that same game would trade you a lot of their time to pursue that trade, But what is money, right? What is, not to say don't play the game, Play the game. Play whatever game you want to play, whether that's the philosophy game, the puzzle, Jeopardy, Heads Up. It's up to you. It's your life. That's what we're going for. Agency, baby. We're going for agency. Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Namaste. Whatever you believe. Hare Krishna. God bless. Allahu Akbar. You fucking name it. I don't give a fuck. It's all one. Let's ride. Soul Pod, baby.